Welcome to the real story with special guest host, the greatest Tanya Memme.
Okay. Well, tell me about the one chip challenge.
The one chip challenge. Josh started this, so Josh is going to tell this story.
Josh, tell us about the one chip challenge.
Excited.
Aren't you?
Well, so this was this the end of our prior project, I think, and we were it very well may have been. We were doing silly stuff, and I think that this wasn't an original idea by any means, but there's a company that put out this thing they called the one chip challenge, and it was the packaging. Inside, you had a little bit of plastic. Inside a cardboard box, you had a bit of plastic, and inside that was a single chip, and it was extraordinarily spicy. And they do a new one every year. Yeah, I mean, this looked like a Dorito, but that had 10 times the amount of dust, whatever is usually on there. And so we sent one down to Zazz, and we each had one at our respective places here. And the idea was that we would each eat one, and then the other two guys would give the person who ate that something to read, something silly. It should be, obviously. We all had very different reactions to it. And it was a very silly video, and I think we will never do it again. Partially because Zazz had zero problem whatsoever. And sometimes I can be a bit of an asshole, and I decided that I was going to try and one up the two of them. And are you familiar with there's a YouTube show, Hot Ones? Have you seen that, or are you familiar?
No, but I'm going to have to look at that.
It's a lot of fun. It's a big show, and they interview guests, and each question they eat a progressively hotter wing. And what the final one, the hottest one, they call the last dab, and I happen to have some of that very spicy sauce here at my house. And so I took that sauce and I put it onto the chip to prove to them in some way, I'm not really sure, that I was better. And so I ate all of that, and I had spicy hiccups for like the next 20 minutes. And it was thoroughly unpleasant. And it didn't get better for the next 24 hours.
I feel like I brought something up, and you still have PTSD, so I apologize.
But again, I would argue, hindsight, it was fun.
It was fun.
Well,
can
you put some clips this is live, I know, but I love it.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Because the whole point was to read news articles and while you're and it was just trying to get through the news article while all the chaos in the world is like just focused on your esophagus. Not a great look by any means. And
actually, may I offer something for Tanya? Here you
go. Oh no,
you have a clip.
What's he doing?
He's got something, and if it's Josh,
it's just the audio. It's just going to be some audio here, but these are audio clips.
Oh, I know what's going to happen.
You know what he's doing? You know what he's going to show?
I knew it.
Is that Zazz?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. It became like
library.
Yeah, there's a library of sounds because they all sound very silly, of course, when you take them out of context.
Oh my gosh, and you have it on a repeat there?
We had some of those loaded up.
Yeah. They're always available, I guess.
Just as a warning to the others. Yeah.
When I did mine, my stomach stopped for like 20 minutes. I felt like a dead rock sitting in my stomach. And this was after we got off the show, and I'm just sitting there, and then something hit, and I know it was coming out one end or the other, and I wasn't sure which. So I grab a trash can, and it's by the bathroom door, and it's that moment, and I have no idea. So I lean over the trash can, and the loudest fart noise you've ever heard comes out of me. And I, for at least half a minute, thought I shit myself.
This is a real Nathaniel, by the way.
Now, does the company that makes these chips know about these things and how they affect the human body afterwards?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they know.
They're very aware.
Yes.
There is no way to avoid the end result there, I think. Yeah, that's pretty universal, I would imagine.
Are they worried it could
to be fair,
I
didn't. I didn't.
You just needed to make that clear.
It was just gas, but I thought I did for half an hour. I had a plan on how to wash my underwear, not tell the wife, wear new underwear to like it was like this. I thought I did. I was convinced. You're that messed up.
There may have been a point in the story that we should have stopped at.
Yeah, I was saying about 2 minutes ago. Pocky, I do want your sponsorship money. You can get a hold of me at Zazz at arbitrarymediallc.com.
Oh my gosh.
Just me
never read this.
You never ever know where these interviews go with you three. Okay, so when this happens, I have to rein you in. You guys are like, I was going to say cats, but it's like not cats. It's like ferrets, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I love ferrets too, but they're a little more scattered than cats even. Okay, so what I want to know is how did you guys all meet? Like, how did this whole thing come about? And then why did you think that you wanted to start these different shows on YouTube and various channels? Now I have a few facts on where you met, but I wanted to come from you three. Who's gonna take
Hammer?
Zazz, you starts with you.
Zazz is the connective tissue here in the end.
Okay,
I grew up, going to school with Josh. Ended up hanging out with Josh. We actually, for a brief time, even lived in a castle. Is that fair to say, Josh? Is that sounding like I'm blowing? Like
it was a castle.
In a castle?
Sure.
It was a castle, and lived with him for a few years. And while there, I had a job that I worked with a friend of mine. We're still close friends, and she invited me to go hang out with her friends, which is, it's meeting new people. I love. I'm a social butterfly. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And I met Hammer, Nathaniel. Sorry, his nickname is Hammer. And I met Nathaniel, and he proceeded to belittle me for an hour and a half, which immediately I was like, this guy is hilarious, and I want him to beat up on me even more. So it was just hanging out with him. He was extremely funny, and it was just a like-minded individual. And I was like, Josh, you got to meet this guy. And we all started getting together to do these projects, which is a conversation all on its own.
Go there.
Yeah, what was the first project? Go ahead.
What was the first project?
Listen, we just got done with underwear store.
I have here, you told me by watching an adult movie together and recording it, Zazz introduced Josh to Nathaniel.
Oh, you just had to tell her that part, didn't you?
I mean, it's on my notes. It's not my fault. It's on my notes.
That may have been the second time I met Nathaniel.
Camera froze you guys.
Yeah. So.
It did.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, hold on.
Give it a second. Yeah.
No. Make it look like it's natural.
Here we go.
We're good.
All right. So
okay.
So we're not all talking over. It's the PG version. So real quick, my role in this group for these shows is to constantly panic over censorship and getting us kicked off of Twitch and YouTube. So you'll always see me like cringing, going, "Oh, did we walk the line?" So the point being was, we love Mystery Science Theater. It's a great show. They make fun of, they just provide commentary to old movies. It's hilarious 100% of the time. And I think it was actually Hammer who said, or Nathaniel, who said, we're all at a bar one day and he goes, it'd be great is if someone did that with like, an adult film. And there was this comic book store. That's right. It was a comic book store, movie store, record store that actually sold something like that amongst all this stuff. And we're like, oh, we got this thing. Let's all do, because we all were in comedy on some way, shape, or form. And we'll just riff on it. And it's going to be the funniest thing ever. And it was. I mean, think about it. An hour. And it was just all of us trying to one up each other. And just the timing was there. Just the chemistry was there. It was, the energy was there. Something that just could not be recreated. And we were so proud of ourselves. So I was like, oh my God, that's unbelievable. Let's check the tape. And Nathaniel,
we were like, this is at a time where we were also all the perfect amount of drunk as well, I think. Like we had found this level of buzz where we were just in tune and funny. Like it was just that perfect one for that time, that day. It also happened to be the right amount of buzzed for Dan to finish that story. Go ahead, please.
So we're like high-fiving. We're like, oh, let's get another beer. We're going to be here. We're going to talk about this, how we could have made it better. Like this was just, again, perfect. And Nathaniel gets up and he walks over to the camcorder. He's like, all right, guys, I'm going to rewind this real quick. And he opens it and he goes, there's no tape in the video camera. I forgot to put a tape in the video camera. And I don't
That's
know.
why I'm not the technical guy here.
it was an emotional rug pull. I don't know a better word to describe it, but deflated is just a really good word for it.
Yeah.
And we kind of like, we knew what we did. We have a great story still to tell to this day, and we knew it worked. So it's basically like years have gone by, and we've always been trying to recreate something. But we just love making each other laugh and hanging out. And I think that
fun.
Oh my God, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
So I need to know, why is Nathaniel's nickname Hammer? I mean, you brought it up,
Hammer.
not me, because he's a hammer.
No,
I have 3 stories. One involves sex, one involves drinking, and one
please
involves fighting.
keep it PG.
None of them are true. The real story is my friend Kirk hated the name Nathaniel, so he invented a name that was stupider sounding, harder to spell, and just to his tongue was funnier. And that word was Mahamanu. Eventually, it got boiled down to hammer, Hamanu, hammer who, and then hammer. It has no real story other than one friend hated my name and he gave me a nickname.
I like the nickname. Caught my
it.
attention. Okay, so I want to ask you guys. So Nathaniel, you live 15 minutes, right, from Josh?
Yes.
But Zazz, you live like in Texas because you don't like electricity. What is that about?
Ever more an accurate statement. Yeah. Yeah. It's
he grew up in Amish country, so
I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I did leave Amish country, Steel City, and it came to Texas. It's work, you know, it's I gravitate where the work goes, and it was a sad day. So, but
you lived in Amish country? You lived in Amish country? Is that what it was?
Oh yeah. We this is a dumb redneck story, but we actually had next door neighbors are Amish, and as a little kid, we would steal their tobacco. The first time we're like, we're gonna smoke it like big boys. Yeah, that didn't work out. We tried it and we tried to smoke it. We all gagged for 25 minutes. Our parents yelled at us and just, go inside. And I was like, yeah, I deserved that. So yeah.
All right. So okay. So what I want you guys to do is I want each of you to talk about, instead of each of you talking about yourself, because that's,
I'm good at that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I hate talking about myself.
I want you to pick one of the 3, and you have to like talk about who they are and why you like working with them and why you guys like together on the show, how it all works together. I want to get your chemistry together because I know it's magic. This is magic we're talking.
Oh, yeah.
So
none of us are going to pick to go first.
Well, Daniel, I'll pick you.
I'll just jump
at it. Josh, you're up. You go. You're up.
This is not going to go well.
So you get to pick Nathaniel or Zazz, and you get to talk about. Why don't you talk about both of them? Actually, things you talk about both, and just what why this magic works with you 3.
Sorry, I was just catching Zazz's notes as well. That's one of the reasons, is that Zazz and I have been friends for a long time and just gel well and have for I mean, since we're talking quarter of a century plus a year.
Yeah.
Oh man,
because that's pretty crazy. And he's just easy to figure out and laugh with. Very easy to work with. And when he brought Nathaniel in, Hammer Nathaniel, I got very much the same vibe. It's I don't think that we've ever had an argument over creative things. We've had a few tiffs here and there about timing or other things, but nothing that we couldn't get past and did, because they're very easy to get along with and talk to.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a few questions about Zazz first.
Go
what
for
do you
it.
think of his stand-up comedy? Okay, that's enough. What do you think of he's a multi-instrumentalist, a guitar, keys, drums, plays all kinds of instruments. Is he really good? Super good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, the fact that he can do all of those things is impressive enough.
Do you know what age that he was at when he was in his first band? Dang it. My thing keeps going out, you guys.
We can hear you, though. There you go.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. So how old was Zazz when he first started his first band? Do you know?
I don't recall, but I'd go 14.
Yes, you did. That's right. You're 14.
Josh.
Holy.
He sounds like that kind of idiot,
Now, he's an avid gamer, right?
We play games all the time, certainly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and he's a very high energy color commentator of the show.
He tries.
He is. He's pretty good, right? So now
He
I
is.
know
That's why he does it.
He won the hot foods contest. Was this the one with the chip?
No.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, he has one actual contest, but there's no way that I could discount that he won that night as well. I mean, he was the best of us that evening for sure. So, but yeah, I asked him about the contest he won.
So yeah, you're up, Zazz.
Oh, I feel like I'm talking way too much. Like usually it's Josh and I giggling in the background while Nathaniel interviews.
Oh, I'll get to Nathaniel in a minute. Don't you worry.
So long. I'm trying to. Yeah. So I saw a note that there was another fundraiser in town. There's a common theme here for the kids, literally, and they were like, "We're doing a hot foods thing." I've never partaken on a hot foods. I don't even eat hot foods. I just thought I was going to show up, and it was like all the pomp and circumstance of like all these local celebrities were like, there was cameras, there was Twitch stars there, and they're like, we're going to do this. What is it called? It's a Malaysian soup. It's like a pho, but like
pho.
It's almost like pho. It's anyway. Well, I'm not getting stuck on that detail, but it's this huge bowl. And the owner was like, I stuck nothing but ghost pepper in there, and it was just crazy. And they were going down the line, like, all right, Twitch streamer, what's your name? And he's like, blah, and they got all these cameras, and he's like, I'm here for yada yada. And they're like, how many food challenges have you done? And they're going down the line. People are like 7 food challenges. Who are you, local celebrity person? And then they get to me, and they're like, what's your name? And I'm like, Zazz. And they're like, oh, and how many times have you done this? I'm like,
never.
This is my first time. And they're like, and you could just hear the crowd go like, what? Like a record scratch. Like, what is this guy even doing? Like, what is he doing here? And we go, and I decided I was going to pick one person and be their biggest cheerleader. Like, that was my main goal, was just to pump somebody, because I wasn't thinking I was going to win at all. I just wanted to emotionally pump somebody up like they were a superhero. And yeah, they were the first one out. So then it was kind of like on me to like, well, I can't just leave. And so I just ate.
Yeah, but you also at that point are the bully.
Yeah.
You were just cheering on the guy that was out first. You're now the bully. I don't know if you considered this from that point of view yet, but
it just, my favorite part, honestly, the side note to that story was the Twitch streamers. They knew each other, and it was like the one got like legit sick, and he's right next to me. And I'm not trying to be like a prima donna, but like he's getting sick next to me, and I'm eating some like food that I've never had before, and it is crazy hot. And you saw the guy, like as he was getting sick, push the cameras because he didn't want to lose his Twitch channel. This, I tell you guys, like Twitch is very sensitive about this. He pushes the cameras over. He's like, what are you thinking? You can't do that on stream. It was wild. It was just like, okay, guys, have fun. You know.
And then you won.
And you won, yeah.
And you won.
Have a great one. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Be safe out there. Treat each other well.